In this episode, I'm going to be talking about a couple of detailing tasks that I've carried out on elements of my under construction diorama. The first one was on the vehicle that's going to be the centerpiece, in a way, of the scene. What you see here is matting strapped down that was added to the hood of the vehicle. Since the diorama's scene takes place late in the winter of 1945, this was a useful detail to add. What is it? Well, when the Germans invaded the Soviet Union in 1941, they thought, and it looked for a while rightly, as though they would conquer the communist regime before the dreaded Russian winter came. But that didn't happen. The German armies were halted within sight of the spires of the Kremlin in Moscow. And they consequently suffered through what has been said to have been the worst Russian winter since when Napoleon invaded Russia in 1812. As a consequence, the German troops were unprepared for the very deep temperatures and Arctic winds that swept through their columns. One of the things they tried to do to preserve the mobility of their vehicles was to place matting, or in the case of my model, straw mats over the engine compartments of their trucks and cars, in the hopes that these would retain enough heat that the oil in their engines would not congeal, which was a large problem that they had. The second detail I'm going to show you is related to the fact that the scenario for the diorama takes place in late winter, at a time when most of the snow is gone. I'll probably be adding some of that later, but also the ground is soft and easily rutted. The truck will be parked off the edge of the brick road, and to create those ruts, I built up layers of dirt with diluted white glue. And then, when I add the vehicle itself, the tires will appear to be pushing aside the mud that's in the ruts. Again, a simple modification, just like the cover I made for the truck's hood, but one that's easy to execute using found materials, and which in the final analysis will have an impact on the overall realism of the scene.